Hello, 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 hello. Wherever you are on this illuminating planet called Earth, I hope you are having a joyful day, evening, or night, wherever you are. I'm going to be talking about the original Enterprise. Enterprise from the show called Enterprise, and it's called Enterprise NX-01. I've been watching all of the Star Trek series. I start off with The Next Generation. I watched Voyager. I watched Deep Space Nine. Now I'm on Enterprise. Now of course I'm watching the things that's taking place right now, like Picard and Discovery. I'm watching those too. Well, it was very rewarding to go back and look at them because before I was a die-hard Next Generation fan. So the other Star Trek series never really caught my attention until now, decades later. But I want to talk about something on season three. It was ending with season two of Enterprise, the Xindi. If you don't know who the Xindi are, they're an alien race who's reportedly destroyed by humans 400 years later. So, the Xindi in the present Star Trek age, or this present star, or the present Enterprise time, I think it's 21 something, 2157, 2167, something like that, where they're trying to do everything they can to destroy Earth. I think at the end of season two, I'm not sure, but if I'm wrong, season two at the end, the last episode, I believe they sent a circular artifact, a space artifact to Earth. The artifact cut a relatively 4,000-mile laser beam like citywide indentation to the Earth. That particle beam, from what I know, it killed approximately 7 million Earthlings. And you know, at that time, if you watch Enterprise, it was primarily Earthlings on Earth. During the year 2157, Starfleet was comprised 98% of humans. Like on the Enterprise show, the only aliens on that ship was just the Vulcan, T'Pol, the Denoblian, Dr. Phlox. Everybody else was Earthlings. But anyway, so the Xindi learned from some type of time master that humans will wipe them out 400 years later. So, in the year 2167 or 57, they sent the probe to destroy the Earth, and they worked on a mass weapon of destruction. Now, just now, I was watching another episode of Enterprise in season three. It's one of them episodes that take place in some different timeline. You get infected with some virus. The captain got infected with a virus, so he was out of a time alignment, something like that. So the Xindi, in that time period, destroyed the Earth, and they was hunting every last human down like a savage beast. But I was thinking, see, I read comic books when I was in my teens, 20s, and 30s, and in my 40s. I don't watch anymore. I don't read comic books anymore. But in comic books, there's always some way a powerful human who get god-like abilities. There's a human who get god-like abilities. For instance, DC don't have too many of those god-like abilities because, you know, Superman, he's it. Superman's the shining example of DC Universe. He's the only human. He's the only relatively humanoid who's powerful. DC, Superman's the max. But in Marvel Comics, they have individuals like Franklin Richards, Jean Grey, the Molecule Man, for instance, who have God-like, easily they can wipe out a whole planet. Now, this is what I was thinking about with the Xindis. And you know the show is Enterprise. It's a Star Trek series. It's the founding Enterprise. So you know history in that universe took place. But on that alternate timeline where the Earth got destroyed, as I was stating in comic books, they, especially Marvel Comics, they are always God-like individuals. And this is my point. Because you heard of the Q. You heard of the Q. There was an episode in Star Trek The Next Generation where the Q came to Earth and they had a baby. It was a female. I forgot her name. If somebody remember her name, you can correct me in the comment section. But it was a Q came to Earth, they had a baby, and the other Qs eliminated those Q who was in humanoid form because they used their Q powers, but their daughter eventually start to inherit their powers. Now here's the catch. The Xindis was said to be destroyed by humans 400 years later. If the Xindis wiped out our Earth, Earthlings, you know, in the Star Trek universe, in the sci-fi universe, if you wipe out a planet, there are always survivors somewhere. It may be 100, 200, a couple thousand, but they're somewhere. If the society can have space travel, you're never going to wipe them out completely because there's always going to be stragglers somewhere. My point is, since Star Trek exists in that universe with the Q and others, there was another being who wiped out an entire world civilization. He was on Star Trek The Next Generation. He was an older man. He was on a planet. He and his wife. He was living amongst humans. Some aliens came and destroyed most of the people. They destroyed all the people on the planet, including his wife. And the alien said he was so heartbreaking and so enraged that he wiped out the entire civilization. So in that Star Trek universe, they are humanoids who have fantastic powers. Now here's my point. If the Xindis wiped out all of Earth, who is to say that some god-like human could be born? Remember, the Q always had a fascination for human beings. I believe the Q think millennium or billion of years down the line, human beings may surpass the Q in power level. And in our Enterprise setting, there could have been born a Q-like figure, and if the Xindis destroyed humanity, that Q-like figure could have gotten older, recognized what the power level they have, and that person, that one human, could have destroyed the Xindi because of what the Xindi did to Earth. I'm just throwing things on the table because while I'm watching season 3, they never explain how the humans destroyed the Xindi 400 years later. They never revealed that. So that's my take. There could have been born a vastly powerful human. The Xindi could have killed all of humanity or somebody in his or her family or their father or their mother. Even 400 years later, the Xindi could have killed the parents of a child, and that child could have grown up and became a Q-level powerhouse. So that's my take on the Xindi War. Remember, I didn't watch the whole episode of Next Generation. I'm only on episode 3, so my thing, I can learn later how humanity destroyed the Xindi. But right now, I don't know. So I'm just tossing all this up in the air. All right, thank you for stopping by. Until my next episode, peace.